Well, this is my opinion on BATTEROO after using it a little bit in a flashlight. Actually, quite using it quite a bit. This is an old cheap ass flashlight. That's got cheap ones and good ones. And okay, so here's your BATTEROO, right? Now I did run tests, doing comparison tests with a camera, flashing it, and I did some other tests. It was like on a thermostat. Battery low, and then I put the sleeves on it, and then it worked. The thermostat worked for so many weeks later. There was also, when I ran the batteries out of on the camera and it said low batteries, I put the sleeves on it and it started working again. Actually, there's some videos out there someplace on my channel. I bury them because there's too many trolls out here just putting dislikes on purpose. And I know on the BATTEROO channel, where they run a lot of side-by-side tests on various items, which this doesn't work on every single thing there is, but it does work on plenty of stuff, probably most stuff for sure. And I noticed they got to keep their comments disabled and their likes and dislikes not shown because there's trolls out there left and right. So I'm like, what are you going to do about this crap, man? But those actually, what's interesting too, besides that BATTEROO device, those batteries in there, those are the cheapest Rayovac batteries going. They're like the Rayovac heavy duty. They're not even alkaline. I recharge those. They're non-rechargeable batteries. I recharge those on the Bedini charger. I can't do that with Duracells and Energizers, and I even got a watch with the Rayovac alkalines. But those cheap ass ones, the yellow ones, they recharge. I mean, you probably can't do them 500 times, but you know what? I'm so pissed off now that they screwed around with my shit. I'm going to make sure, well, if I can, I'm going to make sure the battery companies lose money like crazy. I want to recommend not only you buy this BATTEROO device, but also a Bedini Renaissance battery charger, which I've had multiple videos on. That damn thing works excellent, and I've even been using this with rechargeable, the BATTEROOs with rechargeable batteries. Now I'm working on my El Camino, more rusted, pulling up the floor and stuff, you know, so I always keep flashlights around for, what am I doing in a car here? And I keep a flashlight in it's in here. This is the angle flashlight. This is a, you know, regular Fulton mil spec. And this thing, I put a Maglite LED bulb in it. Now they tell you not to use what do you call it? You know, on a BATTEROO with Maglites, or with with what do you call it? LED bulbs, flashlights. But they do work with some of them, and I know one of them they tested was a Maglite. You know. Now, I'm also using this with Rayovac rechargeables because my Bedini charger, I don't think this BATTEROO is going to screw these up, because the Bedini charger can bring back pretty much anything. And the other thing I like about this BATTEROO thing is the light is a little bit brighter because it causes these 1.2 rechargeable batteries to put out 1.5 volts. And with a Maglite bulb in there, whatever the hell it is, LED bulb, you know, this thing's great actually. So I'm very satisfied with it. Okay, I'm very satisfied with it. This clips up on here someplace. Yeah, right there. See that? Isn't that cute? It's like an interior light too. So anyway, just want to tell you that I'm happy with it. I don't really give a damn what people say, and I'm putting this out and I get 5 million troll dislikes. And you know, I use it when I'm fixing my rust on my, I had this car, how many years? 9 and 27 years. It's a 40-year-old car now, man. Just about 78, just about 40 years old. Fixing this rust in here. So with chassis saver, put the steel plate in here. But I'm telling you, man, that thing does work. And for people that are practical minded, first off, I've been finding you could do more with that BATTEROO device than they tell you you can, because I've been using it with rechargeables. You're not supposed to, fine, but like I said, I got the Bedini battery rejuvenator charger, which is a special thing, and some of these rechargeable batteries are designed to really be discharged pretty bad. So, I mean, that's the reason why they don't want you to use the, the sleeves on rechargeables, because you could recharge them, you could discharge them so bad where it could damage them. I haven't seen any problem with that myself. Hey, I don't give a shit. You do whatever you want, but I already know. I'm glad I got a bunch of those things. I get loads of them. And, you know, just like I'm fixing some of this crap, maybe I'm doing it semi the wrong way, as an engineer wouldn't do, you know. But it's going to work. And have fun commenting and trolling and whatever the hell you do, because, you know, there's only one other time I've seen where it didn't even come close to freaking BATTEROO videos. It was when I was criticizing Dr. Peter Duesberg about his blatantly, patently false claims that HIV is a harmless retrovirus and it can't hurt you. And I was like, what the hell is this shit on the internet that all these people are trolling around defending this guy, and when, you know, 99.99% of all the other people that are on the planet that are microbiologists and doctors will tell him he's lying or he's on freaking crack. Well, in the case of this BATTEROO device, I am not buying into the that this Dr. Bob, whatever his name is over there that designed it, is full of shit, because first off, they got a lot of other things out there called what do you call those things? Forgot what it is already, but you know, where it's like the advertising line they picked up off of the BATTEROO product is identical to a jewel thief. And you know what? I'm telling you right now, you know, if you could say that about I don't know why people aren't up in arms about, you know, plus they'll be saying, it's not a jewel thief, it's a simple battery booster. And they'll never deliver. Well, they already delivered. We already know that shit. We already know that shit. Here's the delivery, right? And I bought a bunch of these bad boys, man. I don't give a shit. How stupid of me. Well, you know what? Guess what? I'm driving a 1978 El Camino for the last, I don't know how many years this is, 20-something, 27 years. And you're buying new cars and they're pieces of shit and they're falling apart. Now, yeah, I got a little rust on it, but this thing's been way more reliable than the crap you engineers drive, which is probably BMWs and Mercedes and Lexuses, other fagmobiles. And speaking of fag shit, you can go believe Dr. Duesberg that HIV is harmless and do whatever the hell you want. So, all goes along with the freaking trolls on the internet. Because one thing I figured out, which I immediately knew the product was good by the amount of trolls that went up in arms. Right there. That's why I immediately knew the freaking product was good. Number two, that told me that. But obviously, there's big money in disposable batteries. You don't think there is, because you don't spend a lot on it yourself, but everybody's buying disposable batteries. If they took out 10% of the freaking disposable battery market, lost sales, retail sales across the world with this device, it doesn't have to freaking give you 8 times or whatever. I'm not talking 8 times. Just helps out. Say it helps out twice, 50%, whatever. Guess what? They just lost hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah, it's in their interest to freaking pay some trolls to freaking knock this device down. But I'm putting it on this American Russian survival channel, and I just put a video out that I'd rather fight Yankees than Russians. Well, this is the reason why, because you freaking assholes up there in Yankee Dome who are trolling my shit, you can go to hell. I'm telling you that right now. So I'm probably going to put a lot of videos out on this in the future here, and maybe some other types with a little more fun and entertaining than just with this. But you know, I didn't forget about this issue, and I didn't go away. But I wanted to see what the BATTEROO posted, and I'm looking at their stuff, and I'm saying, gee, they can't even freaking leave the comments open or the ratings open, and they're posting honest side-by-side reviews. There's a bunch of paid haters out there, which it's sort of like, you know, follow the leader. You get certain paid haters, then other people follow. It's like, you know, compare it to Beatlemania. How the hell did that shit start? I always used to hate those four clowns. You know, how did it start? Just pay some people in the crowd to start screaming and going, and guess what? Other people follow, and everybody's going, hey, did you hear about the latest freaking thing from the Beatles? You know, follow the leader. But that's how they can knock a product down, and that's how they can make a product really strong, that really whatever. Now, that's why I really know this guy's legit, because he got attacked so much. But I also realize, like I said, there's a lot of paid trolls on the internet, which I ain't one of them. Go freaking work for a CPA firm when if I freaking doing this shit, which I do to work for sometimes, most of the time, off and on while I'm doing this. But I do this out of my heart. And you know, I promised a test, but I said to myself, I did the test. It lasted umpteen hours. I didn't like the way the film came out. And I'm thinking, I posted it, they're just going to freaking attack it anyway. So I'm watching the test on BATTEROO that they're posting. They can't leave the comments open or the ratings open because they're being attacked left and right. And I'm thinking, this is paid bullshit. I already know what's going on. But I'm using the product, and you know what? I don't give a shit if you don't buy it. It ain't my problem. It ain't my problem. And if you want to believe it doesn't work, fine. If you want to believe Dr. Duesberg and HIV is harmless, and I got to argue with you, or if I got to argue with you on some crap about some snake oil cure for Ebola that's out there on the internet because some jackass said so that was related to the military, fine. Have it your way, man. This is Burger King. But, you know, I do my own thing. You do your own thing. That's the way I look at it. So, but, you know, my thing is, I've been using this thing for a while now, and I'm surprised how long, because those stupid flashlights, with those little flashlights with the little cheap-ass one LED light in there, with nothing special, it's not, like, boosted up, it's not, I don't know how to, it works okay with certain LED lights that aren't really high-tech, you know? You know, it's not supposed to work. They tell you not to use it because it doesn't work with all of them. But certain ones it does work with. It's actually lasting a lot longer than I thought, because I've been using it to work on my car with. And I grabbed that light a lot. You know, I was putting up the gas tank in the back here, red coated it, put a new fuel sending unit in it and all that kind of crap back on the back of this car here. And, you know, I didn't have a, you know, it's still working. And it doesn't seem like it's getting dimmer. So, but they got the real test on BATTEROO, and I'm like, you know, I did one, but I says, you know, what the hell am I going to post all freaking 8-hour test for that bullshit? These guys would just be going, yeah, fuck them. But I'm telling you, you know, from my heart and from my experience and from what I smell what's going on, that BATTEROO is actually a very good thing to have in your little survival kit. It could be for radios, CB radios, ordinary radios, weather station radios, stuff you might have on your boat or something like that. It works some kind of electronics like a GPS or something. I keep the damn thing. I think it's a great little device. But I also think you should never have to buy batteries practically ever again and put them right the hell out of business, because between the BATTEROO, the Bedini Renaissance battery charger, and some of these quality rechargeable batteries, which I've been using the rechargeables with the BATTEROO, and I haven't had any problems so far. So that's why I waited till I uploaded this. I've been screwing around. I've been wearing them down and recharging them. They seem to last a real long time. I like them. And I like the fact that I could pick up a flashlight and use it like a work light, and it stays bright the whole time for the life of the battery. Then I stick that non-rechargeable Rayovac on the Bedini charger and I recharge it. I've been doing even the non-rechargeables. Only those cheap-ass, low bottom line Rayovacs. the ones that are like freaking like 25% of the price of, you know, Duracells or something that are alkaline. They work fine. So, do what the hell you want, man. I know I'm getting away a lot cheaper. You can do what the hell you want. So, I already know the critics are going to be all over this shit. So, screw you. And screw that freaking phony piece of crap from Australia, because I could tell you right now, just looking at the way he presents himself, I can't stand him. He's a phony flake and a half. But, you know, that's the millennial generation that loves that. Generation X. Go to hell.